Alright, what's going on, folks? It is K-Spade the Prospect, back today with a brand new Madden 20 gameplay for you guys. Still rocking out on my Face of the Franchise series, featuring, that boy at the QB, man, Young Spade Jr., the gunslinger. And look, man, I already told you guys I'm so far ahead of, the videos you guys are seeing that I got to get creative. I got to find a way to get us through this season fast, get through the off season, and get you guys caught up to where I am. So what I did, step one, I got to stop playing. So I stopped playing on this particular series just to see if I can, get things caught up. So I'm gonna give you guys a 2-for-1. You get a BOGO right here. I wanted to show you like meaningful games throughout this season. So obviously the Bills are a division rival. The Dolphins play these guys twice a year. But what made this game a little more important than just a regular game against the Bills is the fact that I also created Isaiah Streets, the young wide receiver that they feature in your story when you're playing through college, right? You see him right there, number 1. Once again, just like with the quarterback, took his exact height, weight. I took his ratings 1-to-1, brought him over, and I threw him on a division rival so that we could see him twice a year. And I wanted to show you guys the first matchup between two collegiate teammates that both end up going to the league with expectations to do it real big, right? So starting off, man, Isaiah Streets already smoking somebody in this Miami Dolphins secondary. Now the secondary for the Dolphins isn't bad. You got Xavier Howard, who's a really good cornerback. You got I feel like you got two really good safeties out there. You got Rashad Jones, who's a bit older, but still a head knocker out there. And then you got Minkah Fitzpatrick, who the Miami Dolphins weren't able to keep in real life, but we got him here. So I just wanted to show you guys a brief showing of this game, man. You can see at the end of the game, it was a 13-3 game. The Dolphins offense never could get it going. They had 2 turnovers. I showed you one of them, and it was really just one of those games where it just felt like the Bills were the better team. Now, still keep in mind that I'm a better Madden player today than I was when I first started this thing, so I'm not going to front like I didn't make my fair share of mistakes. I did. So now we're going to jump into the next game. Like I said, man, I want to show you guys a little bit, and then we're going to get into this game against the Colts. Let's go.
Around the league at halftime, but kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. And I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously the Colts make it.
Yes, sir. So we're getting into it, man. Young Jacoby Brissett running out to take the game by the horn, so to speak, man. 17 touchdowns and 9 interceptions so far this season. Almost 2,000 yards passing. That's a pretty good season for a guy who kind of got thrown into the fire. After Andrew Luck went down, nobody knew what to expect from Jacoby Brissett. And he showed that he was the man for the job. Is he Andrew Luck? No, not really. But, I mean, he's getting the job done. So we start off, you see the Colts in a third and kind of long situation right here. Brissett, beautiful pass. In between 2 Miami Dolphin defenders, he's going to pick up the first. Later in that drive, play action pass. This looked like the same play. We're going to have to get a computer a cool down out here. He picking on that area. And speaking of picking on this defense, let's see who we got out here. Man, we got some players out here who were supposed to be studs. Robert Kimdichie, definitely one of them. And again, man, I'm going to talk about Minkah Fitzpatrick because we're going to do some creative things with Minkah as this series progresses. Already right now, what we're doing is we're playing Minkah at free safety, who just came down and laid the boom to number 15. But we're playing Minkah at free. We're playing Rashad Jones at strong to get both of those guys on the field, man, because they're both very talented players, I feel like, anyway. On 4th and 10, the Colts come out to set up for the field goal. The Dolphins special teams unit gets back there and make a play. That's what I want to see. That's what it's going to take, too. Like, we don't really have home run hitters like that, so everybody got to do their job, man. We got to try to win the game in all 3 facets, right? Now, I said we don't have a lot of stars. One of the things that has changed so far in this season is As you see, Kenyon Drake had a breakout game and met the goal. So he is now a breakout player. He's a star player. No, he's a superstar. Let me get it right. He's a superstar player, not X Factor. But he's got the spinny loop-de-loop stuff, and I don't even know what the other thing is. But you'll see me doing spin moves with Kenyon Drake a lot because that's his ability. It works. Now, Mike Gesicki was a player that came into the offense and was like, Coach, I feel like you need to start giving me more opportunities. And he also met his goal, and that moved him up to star. So he don't have any abilities, but he's on that. Beautiful touchdown right here, man. Young Spade getting in the end zone. That's why it's so valuable. You're going to look at the NFL one day, man, and it's going to be all dual threat quarterbacks. And I look at the success of quarterbacks like Lamar Jackson in the league, like, oh, Lamar's so good. Oh, Russell Wilson's so good. And I like both of them dudes. But I can't help but think, I wonder how many more cats would have been good if they'd just been given a chance. I don't know. But we made sure we gave Spade Jr. a chance. And we didn't know if Brian Flores was going to get it right, so we fired that dude. And we hired Spade Sr. We know we got the best coaching staff for this kid over here. We got to let him progress and get to where he's going to get to. The Colts are in the red zone, inside the 10, matter of fact. 1st and 10. If that receiver could have got his momentum under control, he could have got into the end zone. But even with that catch, he gets him to the 5. 2nd and goal, empty backfield for Brissett. Standing tall in that pocket. Offensive line just giving this kid all day long. And you cannot give anybody that much time in the pocket. You just can't. You can't. So we got a 7-7 game. The Miami offense back on the field, and I just got through talking about this dual threat quarterback, man. Beautiful run. The coaching staff really don't like the fact that this kid don't slide, and at some point, I didn't even really know how to slide in this game, and I know that sounds crazy, but it changed. At one point, it was right trigger and left trigger and X. Now it's let off of right trigger and left trigger and X. I can't keep up with what the plan is. Beautiful blitz right here from the secondary for the Colts. They get to the quarterback for the sack. Put him up for a super long field goal attempt, and the kicker has enough leg to get it through. It's online, so just like that, we got a 10-7 game. 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Brissett is killing the secondary through the air, and if it ain't broke, why fix it? Why fix it? They really not running the ball, but they don't have to. 2nd and 7 later, they go back to the air, and I feel like, I'm going to tell you, look, everybody he was throwing to was really getting it done, but I'm going to tell you something. Ebron was really, I felt like Ebron was just unguardable. He was the one really making plays. And, of course, the savvy veteran, T.Y. Hilton, beautiful toe tap on that sideline. That's what he do, man. You expect T.Y. to make tough catches, and he does. In the red zone again, it's his Colts team. A lot of time in the pocket for Brissett. We see the flag come out. You can assume in this situation it's holding, and that assumption is confirmed right here. Holding on the offense, we're going to back those guys up. And they, too, take a field goal. So we got a 10-10 game with just under a minute to go. And it looks like the Miami Dolphins coaching staff, they want to come out here and take a shot. They want to see if they can score. They go to the air. They're making a couple of plays. If they can get in field goal range, they've already shown they've got a kicker that can make 40-yarder, 50-yarder. And right here, one-on-one, beautiful pass, almost pulled in by Devontae Parker. This coaching staff really want to see Devontae take the next step. Everybody feel like he got the pieces to be a real number one. You know what I'm saying? A tough number one in this league. But he's kind of been killed by inconsistent play. He have a great game here. The next game, not so much. Want to see what he brings to the table. They're stopping the clock right here. No timeouts. They come out for an extra long field goal attempt. It looks to have enough leg, and it just barely gets over the upright, over the crossbar, should I say. Beautiful. So at the end of the first half, the Miami Dolphins are in control of this game, even though the secondary is getting picked on. Case in point right here, the Colts only have 23 yards rushing, almost 200 yards passing. We come out to start the third quarter, man. So far, the young Dolphin offense looks pretty good. I like it. I don't want to jinx them, but so far, so good. They come out in the third quarter. They really want to see if they can get Kenyon Drake going, get this running game going. And you really want to use this young quarterback almost like a game manager. And when you hear that, people think it's a bad thing, but it's like if the running game is going, let's minimize the chance for a mistake for the quarterback who just made a mistake there, just rushed it, missed the pass, and they end up having to punt the ball off. Now, Marlon Mack said, hey, let me get the running since you kind of called me out in the first half. Play action here, Brissett across the middle. T.Y. Hilton bouncing off a couple of Dolphin defenders before falling down inside the red zone again. They getting there, yo. Brissett standing tall, throwing one across the middle. Big time catch by the receiver, takes a hit, holds on to it, and he's going to have the ball around the 2 or 3 yard line. Brissett standing tall, throwing across the middle, this time picked off by a Dolphin defender. It's Rashad Jones. I just got through saying Rashad Jones is still a head knocker in this league. He's going to make plays. The Miami offense back on the field. Kenyon Drake, he's bobbing, weaving, spinning, juking, bouncing outside. Wayne got a beat, and he could not beat him, but that's still a beautiful run. That puts Kenyon Drake over 10 yards a pop so far in this game. 7 carries for 71 yards. That's easy math right there, y'all. That's easy. That's easy. So the Dolphins drive continues. 2nd and short. They're going to let the quarterback drop back. He's going to hit a check down receiver right here. That's Balaj across the middle. 1st and 10 Miami. They go back to the air again. He steps up in the pocket as the pocket was collapsing, puts his head down, falls into the end zone. Touchdown Dolphins. Getting another look at that play, man. You can tell it wasn't a design run play. He dropped back the pass. The bookends did what they were supposed to do. They was getting collapsed on, but they held the pocket long enough for this dual threat quarterback to show you the other threat, the legs. Beautiful. So it's a 10-point game right here in the 3rd quarter, and to my surprise, the Colts came out and really tried to get the run game going when I felt like all the success they were having was through the air. They get to the point right here, rolling out, throwing a dangerous pass and almost intercepted, but instead deflected to the ground. Special teams unit comes out, kicks it back off to the Dolphins. Dolphins say, I got it. Gesicki still being one of those guys that you can rely on. It ain't many receivers on this Dolphin team that you can rely on, and the rookie misses his target, throws it a little bit behind him, gets it picked off by the savvy veteran Brandon Marshall, and you're going to put Brissett in a situation, great field position, where they can kind of make something shake. And this is a pivotal point of the game. It's going to depend on how this offense comes down and reacts. They got great field position. Let's see what they do. They go to the air. Who do they go to? Back to Ebron. That's Ebron, right? Yeah, that's Ebron, man. Like he was just making plays. 1st and 10, back in the red zone again. Brissett going to the air, and that's just a terrible read. There was no pressure on him. He didn't miss the throw. He just dropped back and threw it to McMillan, who looks like he's going to try to return it. Nobody's going to catch him at this point. The 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown Dolphins. Phins up, man. This is the kind of game that I feel like the Dolphins have to put together for a win. If you look at their stats on the offensive end, they ain't really do anything. Oh my God, it's another one, fam. Jerome Baker this time. Hey, he's gonna juke, bounce outside, almost turn the corner before being tripped up. But this is what I was saying. If you look at the stats offensively, they didn't play bad on offense, but they not world beaters. It's not the type of team that you can, oh my God, fam, I can't even finish talking. It's a damn turnover fest. I can't even finish talking. But it ain't the type of offense that's just going to beat whoever you throw on the field no matter what. You kind of need contributions from special teams. You need contributions, another damn turnover. You need contributions from the defense. You need the running game to be pretty solid. And you need somebody in the passing game, whether it's Spade with his legs, whether it's the receiver. Somebody's got to make a play, and it's another damn turnover. What is going on out here? I can't even talk. Let me get back on my commentation, man. What is going on? 2017 game. What we got? Under 6 minutes to go. You go back to Gesicki across the middle. That gets these guys in pretty good field position. I feel like they can run it, and if they need to, the field goal is there, but they're not wanting to play safe. They go back to the air, still kind of playing it, I guess you could say safe, checking it down right there, but on 3rd and 5, going back to the air. The tight end, Mike Gesicki, having a hell of a game right here today. And as you can see, other than that one interception, pretty solid game for the quarterback. Pretty solid game. Beautiful run right here by Kenyon Drake. He gets him inside the 5, 2 or 3 yards out. 3rd and goal. Quarterback comes out, throws it over to Gesicki, who makes the catch. Doesn't get any yardage. If anything, he may have lost yardage. And then go no huddle. 4th and goal. About 6-7 yards out from the end zone right here. I don't know why they're not just kicking the field goal. I guess they feel like they got the game anyway. Play action pass. Time in the pocket. Beautiful pass to Gesicki. Touchdown, Miami. That's enough. We can go ahead and draw the curtains right there. We got a chance to see a loss early on, but that's how you bounce back from a loss. Hell of a game right here by the Dolphins team. I don't even know who I would give the game ball to. I guess the defense. Incredible game. Dolphins get the dub. That's all I got for today, folks. I'm out until next time, y'all. Yeah.